goal of early off-season and powerlifting is to do things you're bad at so you can bring up your deficiencies. And if we're going to do things we're bad at, two safe assumptions we can make is that it's not going to feel very good and it's not going to feel very strong. But we need to remember that's the whole freaking point. Like, I freaking hate this machine. It is exceptionally hard on the pecs. And coming back from a pec tear, that means it's exceptionally hard. Nothing I've done since the pec surgery has let me feel this much tension in the pec, which is both kind of unnerving and also confidence inspiring. Because for me, coming back from a tear isn't just redeveloping the ability to contract the muscle hard, but showing my brain that I can trust it when it is loaded up. And cranking into that machine is 100% the reason why I'm confident enough to put 275 on the incline this week. 1, 2. Cocky pause.
What did you say?
Cocky pause. I was trying to warn you. 295. Let's see if we can get comfy under something we haven't touched in a little while. And that whole left arm grinder was like, holy shit, the pec's working, holy shit, the pec's working, holy shit, the pec's working, holy shit, the pec actually worked. And yeah, hard, scary, but it is what we need. And on that note, let's just keep on cranking in some pec range, running buffalo bar, extra wide grip, make things nice and spicy. And like, I'm excited, I'm having fun, but not because this feels good, because this feels so freaking gnarly, exactly where I want it to feel gnarly, that I know it's going to make shit better, and that is why I'm revved up to do it. Up another 20 and currently resisting the urge to put on the wrist straps because I need them to get less frail somehow. Back to real JMs this week because I'm not sold that machine variation was hard enough. Obviously, right now, priority number one on bench is getting my pecs back to where they need to be. But priority number two, getting my triceps back to where they were before the surgery. And we are still a long ways off, but we are making up ground. And right now, JMs feel like shit. They are so freaking weak. They're putting pressure on my elbows. They're putting pressure on my triceps. But I also know that if I want my triceps and elbows to start acting like they used to, I need to dig my way through this. Don't think I earned the right to go up, so one more here at 245. Yeah, that's the spot. And I figure these lift-off platforms will be a better option for the push-ups for time to death, so let's time-lapse it. That was way freaking gnarlier than doing them on the farmer's handles was. Holy shit. Yowza. And I was sore as ever living fuck after these last week. Actually kind of jacked up my shoulder a little, but I guess that means we'll just meter loading a little bit more. Fuck. More intelligent loading decisions than we had last week. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put a plate on again. And only goal here is to not make this look like a bad decision. Finishing up here, orb pondering, 3 rounds to failure. And nerd shit aside, but doing pushdowns with the open palm feels absolutely insane. And if you guys don't have access to a giant metal ball, old Louis thing that we'd write about was putting a medicine ball on top of the knee pad of an assisted dip machine and then doing pushdowns off of that. And I'm still not 100% certain if I am mentally, emotionally, or physically prepared to load the bench sit-ups, see about the shaking, or if the bench would not flip over. So we're just going to run them body weight again this week. set to. And like the advantage of this over a GHR setup for me is that wider legs, more anterior adductor, less hip flexor, more carryover to my sumo deadlift. And I think like the point of that today is to say that if you want to get better at this, again, it needs to be difficult and you are going to have to challenge yourself and it will not always be comfortable. And I think like one of the most infuriating things I see in the gym is lifters will be programmed a lift that is there because it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to kick their ass. It's supposed to challenge the things that they suck at so that they can suck less at those things. And then when they get to that point, they just whine and cry about how hard it feels and how heavy it feels and how they don't want to do it. And then they skip it all together or they mail it in and then they wonder why their shit isn't improving. And it pains me to say this, but I kind of have to say this with the current state of how most people train for powerlifting, but you have to try, you have to challenge yourself, and you have to put in the effort required to improve. And if you aren't improving, first thing you need to look at is, are you actually trying hard enough to allow yourself to improve? Second thing you need to look at is, are you trying in the right places? Because so many people will like think because they're blasting as hard as they can on a single on their main lift, like they think that they're hardcore and tough, but then they slack the fuck off on their accessories and they wonder why they're not improving. Like you need to try across the board in enough of a manner that you actually get better. And I guess like that's the point of today. Like off season should be hard. Accessories should be hard. You should be doing things that should challenge you. And if we're trying to lift heavy weights, there are going to be days where it does feel heavy, and then your job is to move that shit. So peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day.